I'm Roy Campos, leather craftsman working in New York City in the fashion industry for the past 35 years. After meeting Tony Hooker, we had this great idea to do a collaboration together, spotlighting what we do here in the Navy Yard for the past 25 years.
After working with Roy on Hidden Hornet Collection, and hearing his stories about, what the industry had been in New York and how it had just completely been disintegrated, evaporated basically, like within a decade, gone overseas, that was it. I really was like, let's do something. Let's bring this back. Let's do something here with your facility in the Navy Yard, and let's create just a really great line of basics that are incredibly well made. Roy's an insanely talented craftsperson.
Every Campos bag is made to order one at a time. Every bag involves at least 7 skilled craftsmen from beginning to end. The designer, the pattern maker, the cutter, the skyper, table preparation, sewing operator, and quality control.
I think people get a little daunted and they're like, well, is this really going to make a difference if I buy American? But it does. It makes a real difference. Let's say out of 10 people, for example, 1 or 2 of those people decide that the handbag that they're going to buy that year is going to be made in America, and they go out and they source it. Those 2 people just went on to create thousands. 186,000 people are employed in New York by the fashion industry. Can you imagine if manufacturing really came back here, how those numbers would just exponentially grow? And not only, New York, but Los Angeles and Chicago and all of these cities that had manufacturing. There was so much. There's one little secret fun thing about every Campos bag. Every zipper puller features this little bright blue tack stitch. There's an old superstition that blue thread is lucky, and if you always carry it with you, no harm can come to you. The color harkens back to the history of the Navy Yard. I think that the Brooklyn Navy Yard is going to become a real epicenter of fashion and manufacturing coming back to New York City. Every Campos bag supports approximately 8 to 10 local suppliers and vendors. I think that what Roy and I are doing with Campos is just the tip of the iceberg. We're starting to see a lot of small manufacturers working in more of this model and in more of a conscious model that fits in, I think, with where we are with trying to bring fashion back and jobs back to the United States. This is a brand that is named for the maker. Also, we're interested more in the sustainability of creating a new manufacturing model in the city. So everything is made to order that we do with Campos, and it's also zero waste. We do not make anything until it is ordered by a customer or by a store, and then that way we can actually pay the individual attention to each item that we design and produce.